Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
The news continues at 12:30. I'm Barbara Bailey. It was called Operation High Maintenance. U.S. Marshals and other law enforcement officers spent days tracking down more than 200 sex offenders in southern Kentucky to make sure they're following the law. Today, the Marshals released results from the operation. WKYT's Sam Smith has our top story at 12:30. Sam?
In the press conference this morning, representatives from the U.S. Marshals Service, Whitley County Sheriff's Office, and Corbin Police talked about the success of Operation High Maintenance, a 3-county sex offender compliance check in Whitley, Laurel, and Pulaski counties was completed during a 2-day period in late May. They checked on 222 sex offenders. 5 offenders had been charged with violations as a result of the operation. 3 of them were charged with non-compliance. 1 was charged with probation violation, and 1 was charged with flagrant non-support. These checks are performed all over the state by the U.S. Marshal's Office. They say it's all about making sure the offenders are in line with the conditions of their release.
We go out, we knock on doors, we talk to people. We try to make sure that a registered sex offender is actually residing where they're saying they're residing. We have a few sex offenders who say they're living at one place and actually register at another place, and that's no good.
Their work is not done. 18 registered offenders are still actively being investigated for non-compliance. In Whitley County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And of the 222 sex offenders checked on, only 1 was unaccounted for. He was registered out of Whitley County. An elected official in eastern Kentucky went in front of a judge today. Perry County Clerk Haven King is charged with harassment, wanton endangerment, official misconduct, and several other offenses after an incident that was caught on tape in April. He pleaded not guilty in court today. A college student claims King followed her and harassed her about a handicapped license plate on the car she was driving. The victim recorded the incident. King's attorney says the charges will not stick.
I'm aware a videotape was played early on about some incident. Mr. King did offer to apologize to the young woman for what was reflected in that video. The conduct, while it might be inappropriate, is not necessarily illegal.
A trial date hasn't been set for January 18th. The victim's attorney says a civil lawsuit may also be filed from that incident. Well, another hot and humid day on tap, and we should hit 90, maybe even above 90 for the first time this year. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the temperatures in our First Alert Weather Center. Jim?
Yeah, Barb, we're already at 86 degrees here in Lexington. We don't have very far to go before we can touch that 90-degree mark. Several locations showing up right there with our look across Kentucky, and you can even see Frankfort at 89 degrees, so they're even warmer than we are here in Lexington right now. All scenes look very similar, though. Anywhere you look, the heat's the same, except in Corbin. They're a few degrees cooler, coming in at 82, but we're all seeing just a little bit of cloud cover and, of course, some sunshine really dominant out there today. We'll look at some other locations. We'll throw the entire map together, and also Defender tracking moisture down to our south now into Tennessee. Just a few little areas of precipitation showing up there, and expect those to grow as we head through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening hours. So we'll look ahead here. By 2 o'clock, I think we're at 89 degrees here in Lexington, eastern Kentucky. A little bit slower to warm, but you will likely be in the mid and upper 80s today for sure, with a few rogue 90-degree readings out there. Stray storm chance comes into play, I think, during the peak heating of the day. We get up to around 91 degrees for a high, and tomorrow we're going to do it all again. Maybe shave a couple of degrees off of those daytime highs. We will track it hour by hour coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, thank you. We're learning new details about an officer-involved shooting in Scott County. A report in the Georgetown News Graphic says a man who was shot by officers last month was armed with a stolen handgun. William Ray McKee was camping in some woods near North Elkhorn Creek when police say he threatened officers with that gun. The officers then shot McKee. McKee is charged with robbing a gas station in Frankfort. He's also a person of interest in burglaries at a couple of horse farms in Scott County. An investigation is underway after a man broke into a gas station in southeastern Kentucky. The crime happened last week at Mac's filling station in Laurel County. The sheriff's office has released these surveillance pictures of the suspect. Deputies say he got away with cigarettes, lottery tickets, and several other items. Investigators say he also caused significant damage to the building when breaking into that building. Some bird sales have been banned in Kentucky in response to an outbreak of the avian flu. The state veterinarian has banned the sale of birds at flea markets and swap meets to protect Kentucky's poultry industry. Several other restrictions were also announced today. Private sales with direct farm-to-farm movement are still allowed. About 50 million birds have been infected with the avian flu in 21 states since December. 2 birds have tested positive for the flu in Kentucky. Well, a new study suggests it may actually be a good thing that children with ADHD often can't sit still, and how exercise could curb asthma. Ebony Williams has details in this Better Living report.
The constant movement of children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder may be distracting, but a new study shows it may also help them learn. Researchers from the University of California gave children with ADHD a test. They found the kids' answers were correct more often when they were fidgeting. The study authors suggest teachers and parents should not try to keep ADHD kids still if they're not too disruptive. A new study finds women who followed diet or exercise programs during their pregnancies were more likely to have lower blood pressure. Researchers from Thailand also found women who received the interventions were also less likely to have cesarean deliveries and less likely to have newborns with large birth weights. And exercise seems to curb the severity of asthma symptoms, according to a small new study. Researchers in Brazil say aerobic exercise should be routinely added to the drug treatment of moderate to severe asthma. People with the condition often avoid exercise, fearful it will make breathing more difficult. That's a look at some of the day's top health stories. Ebony Williams, CBS News, New York.